Hi everyone, and in this video I'll be discussing how my journey started on building a kit car. And if you're thinking about building one yourself, then the next few videos might save a load off your research. Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel about building a kit car and other car topics. If you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the notification button below and share with others on social media. So let me give you a little background on how I came about to build a kit car. I have owned my own business since graduating college, and I have been very successful in the niche market that I'm in. But it's not an easy business to be in, and it takes a lot of hard work and sacrifice to keep it going. And this all came out of taking a few of my hobbies and making it a career. Now, the positive side of this is you get to do what you love every day. But the bad side of it is you get to do what you love every day for others and no longer yourself. Because after a 10-hour day of working for others, you're too burnt out to work on your own stuff. So I've spent many years trying to figure out what new hobbies I would like to do. And you're probably saying to yourself, dude, it's not that hard. Just pick one, try it. But I have a few physical limitations due to neck and back issues. So that takes about 1,000 hobbies off the list of consideration. It has been a difficult situation trying to figure out something that would really inspire me to get creative and have a lot of fun and pride while doing it without feeling like I'm working or not hurting myself. So recently I had an emergency surgery that I was not expecting, and I had to take a week off of work for recovery. Now this was the perfect break for me to brainstorm what my next step was. Don't worry about the missing organs or anything. So, what do I need to do business-wise? Is there anything I need for my house? And for the love of God, what new hobbies can I finally figure out? So after some downtime and not really getting anywhere, I finally asked myself, well, what did I want to do as a kid? What inspirations did I have that did not have financial boundaries included with it? Because kids see things from a different perspective. They do not think of all the limitations. They just act on what they want to do. And then I remembered I always wanted to build a kit car Lamborghini. Now, the Lamborghini craze for me was fostered by the Cannonball Run movie with the red Countach and the Daisy Duke hopping out of it. I remember the intro of that movie and the unique mid-range sounds of that exotic car running down the freeway, and I was going, what is that? Remember, there is no internet these days. There's no nothing. It's like the dark ages. And you can't find any kind of information. All we had was like the book of encyclopedia. And what am I supposed to do with that? Look at what elephants eat or something? I'm not sure. So the only real exotic car that existed in normalcy at the time was Ferraris, and maybe, at a car show you saw a Pantera. And so my dad and I were really big into toys. So when I was growing up, we had a 1973 454 Corvette Stingray, snowmobiles, motorcycles, three-wheelers, and quads. So we started brainstorming about building a kit car Lamborghini since there was no way to afford a real one. When I was around 16, my dad and I traveled to LA to go to a kit car show and check them out. And the first thing we noticed is that there was many Lambo kits, but none of them looked like Lamborghinis. All the angles were jacked up. And, I could see like 3 degrees off, but 10 degrees off? It doesn't even look like the same car. And if you remember, the Countach had really specific, angles and lines, and it was very, square and had a lot of geometry to it. And so if those angles aren't there, it just looks bizarre. And so, we finally, after seeing all these fakes, we came across somebody that had one that looked authentic. It looked real. And if I remember right, his name was Bob Kessler. And it had the most realistic looking body with a Porsche transaxle. And I believe it was a Chevy engine. It was a long time ago. And you could buy it as a kit and build it yourself, or you could have it turnkey built by him for about $35,000 total out the door. Now, you're thinking, man, that's super cheap. You should have hopped on that. But this is back in the 80s when you could buy a loaded Toyota sedan out the door for $16K. So, 35 was super expensive at the time. let alone a Lamborghini was over $100,000. But my dad and I kind of came up with a different idea. We wanted to take the Yamaha VMAX motorcycle engine, which was the fastest bike engine out at the time, and mount two of them in the back of this kit car. And if we could have figured out how to marry them up, power-wise to the wheels, transaxle-wise, we would have probably gone somewhere with it. But it never really came to realization, and life got in the way. Stay tuned for the next video in where I talk more about kit car research, including Lamborghini kit cars, reproductions, and donors. Please subscribe below and share on social media. Until next time, have a great day.